I've just had a look round the vessel, and you remember yesterday I commented on a few things?
Yeah, I remember you said you found the ratings used a tin can as an ashtray, and there was a faulty gas meter, and not enough warning signs displayed.
Yes, they've mostly been resolved, with the exception of the signs. Can you make sure that's sorted by tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm on to it now.
Let's check what you've done. Have you checked all the scuppers yet?
Yes, they've already been plugged.
Great. What about the oil spill removal kit?
Yes, it's in position.
Okay. But I don't see the oil absorbent. Where is it? Have it brought immediately. You know we can't start bunkering without it. What else? The main engine is on standby now. The moorings are secured, the tanks have been sounded and the fire hoses are positioned. Now we just have to wait until they bring the oil absorbent and we can start bunkering.
A general cargo vessel was at anchor in the outer harbour waiting for further orders. The main engine was shut down, and the position of the vessel was checked and recorded every 30 minutes using radar and GPS. But that evening the weather started to worsen, and the wind increased to gale force. After a while the master realized that the vessel was dragging her anchor. He tried several engine and rudder movements, but he couldn't stop the vessel, and she ran aground on a nearby beach.
Hi, how was your watch? Any problems?
Nothing serious. But about an hour ago there was an alarm in the control room that showed the water level was low in the diesel generator cooling system. But it didn't fall to the critical point.
So, did you add some water?
Yes, but keep an eye on the water level during your watch.
Okay, will do.
Captain, can I speak to you, please? I want to sign off as soon as possible.
Why? What's the matter?
I've received some bad news from home. My mom's been taken to hospital suddenly, and I'd like to be with her. She needs my help and support right now.
Well, I'll see what we can do. We're having a crew change soon anyway. Look, I'll contact the company and ask if they can get someone to replace you at the next port. Okay?
Oh, thank you, Captain. I really appreciate that.
Hi, Borislav.
Hello, Ron.
I haven't seen you for ages. How are you? Have you got time for a coffee?
I wish I could, but I'm in a hurry. Maybe we could meet on Friday?
Oh, sorry. I can't then. I'm flying out to my ship tomorrow. I'm going to the office now to sign a 4-month contract.
All right, so where's your ship now?
She's in Amsterdam, offloading cargo.
Okay, well, have a safe trip, and I'll see you when your contract finishes.
Hi, are you ready to order yet?
Have you got a vegetarian menu?
Not really. We do a different seafood dish every day, though. Today we have grilled shrimp.
Sorry, I don't eat much fish or seafood. Actually, I like shrimps, but they bring me out an allergy.
Well, what I could do is ask the chef to cook you a special vegetarian dish. What about a vegetable soup followed by a pasta with a spicy tomato sauce?
That sounds fine. But could you make the tomato sauce without any spice, please? You see, when I eat chili or hot food, I always get a terrible stomachache.
Sure, we can do that.
I just want to remind those of you who are new to this ship or company about a few things. Probably the most important thing, as far as you're concerned, is your pay and your banking arrangements. It's really important that you let us know if there are any changes, such as a changed account number, or if you want to have it paid into a different account. Recently, a few crew members didn't get their salary on time because they'd forgotten to inform us that they'd changed banks.
I've just been reading a report on accidents on board. Do you know what the most common type of accident is?
Is it fires and explosions?
They're quite common, but the most common is accidents involving lifeboat drills. And guess what the least common type of accident is?
Is it being poisoned by the cook?
No, that one wasn't mentioned.
Okay. Is it falling overboard?
No, that actually happens quite frequently. It's actually accidents caused by the weather.
In 48 hours, we'll be entering waters that are known operating areas to some very violent pirates. Of course, we are taking some precautions. And for the first time, we have a couple of armed security personnel on board for this voyage. I was hoping for 3, but at least one of them has a special forces background, which is good to know.
So, what's this latest shift system that's being trialled on board? The one where we do 12 hours on and 12 off?
Oh, it's some Swedish system, I think.
Well, I'll be interested to see if it's any better than the 4 hours on, 8 hours off we're doing at the moment.
Well, I was working on a cruise liner, and there were times I was expected to do a 16-hour shift. Personally, I prefer the 4 hours on and 4 off.
You're kidding, right?
Not at all. I've never needed more than 4 hours sleep. It suits me fine.
So, what's this latest shift system that's being trialled on board? The one where we do 12 hours on and 12 off?
Oh, it's some Swedish system, I think.
Well, I'll be interested to see if it's any better than the 4 hours on, 8 hours off we're doing at the moment.
Well, I was working on a cruise liner, and there were times I was expected to do a 16-hour shift. Personally, I'm sick and tired of going into that workshop and trying to find tools. The reason I can't find anything is because they're all in here lying around in an unsafe condition. Why is that drill lying on that oily cloth? And what is that hammer doing on that high shelf? And who put that screwdriver into that empty coffee mug? The housekeeping in here is a disgrace. Ah! What have you put in this coffee you brought me?
3 sugars, Captain, as usual.
I stopped taking sugar over a month ago, and I think this milk's off.
We have run out of milk, sir. It's soya.
Please get rid of this coffee and just bring me a black tea with no sugar. You know this port has a reputation for having the most beautiful women in the world.
Yeah, my wife's gonna love that. You know what I've been fantasizing about ever since I knew we were coming here?
What?
A really good steak. I know a fantastic little restaurant near the port.
Okay, steak then. Then let's go to a salsa club. There'll be a lot of attractive women there.
Yeah, right. Attractive women with jealous partners. It's an early night for me. My salsa club days are over. There's a fabulous beach I want to visit here before we leave port. There should be time tomorrow.
You know this port has a reputation for having the most beautiful women in the world.
Yeah, my wife's gonna love that.
The biggest problem on this vessel is the food. It's really good. Watch you don't overeat, or you'll get fat like me. There is a gym on board, but a lot of the equipment is old and not that great. It could do with being replaced. But the most important thing you must do when you're working in the engine room is drink plenty of water and stay hydrated. The temperature can reach 45 degrees centigrade in here. Right, that's me off for a shower. I can smell myself and I smell like a rotten whale carcass.
Who repaired the boiler? Who repaired the boiler?
What does the gas detector indicate?
When's the new chief officer joining the vessel? When's the new chief officer joining the vessel? What's on fire?
Why didn't the safety officer keep a record of all the accidents? There's a distress alert on channel 40. You took 2 minutes 20 seconds to don your immersion suit.
I'll give you my email. It's penton1607@hotmail.com.
Did you know that for every death, there are approximately 3,100 near misses at sea? The length of this vessel is 1,255 feet. The length of this vessel is 1,255 feet.